Working in the lab late one night, my eyes beheld an eerie sight. I to rise, suddenly, to my surprise, mash! The monster mash was a graveyard smash. The mash, only the flash, the mash, monster mash. Please, first each on the food. Controls, lion, true. Did the mash? She did the monster mash. The monster mash. It's a graveyard smash. I did the mash. She did the flash. The mash. Did the monster mash. A ton. Ow. Dusty gun. Shoot. Ow. It does. And his son is rolling his hand. Loud. Hands to rise. Out. Die. Mash. The monster mash. The monster mash. Graveyard smash. I did the mash. On the flash. And then the mash. The monster mash. Just one thing. Who did said happened to just mash? The monster mash. It's now the mash. The flash. Did the mash? The monster mash. Things happy and the stand. Send to me. Just sent you. Mash. Monster mash. The monster mash. Graveyard smash. Mash. Flash. Mash. Smash. He's alive. Monster mash. Oh. Monster mash. Oh. Oh.
Hey guys, and welcome back to our last Halloween review. And this will be the last one for the year. Thank you for all your voting and to contribute to this movies. And the next few ones we'll do will be in next year, like Under Wraps, for instance. You guys that voted will get a chance to have your starting review next year. But anyway, let's get on to our last review, where Wacko gets to review Scream Team. You guys have voted for the Scream Team. So, I'm going to review Scream Team. Scream Team is apparently a popular, famous Disney Channel movie that we never seen before. We thought it was about, like, Ghostbusters or whatever, like that kind of thing, but it's so much more than that. So, we'll have to wait and see what it entails. The story. The story is about these two kids who just lost their grandfather. They had to collect their last remains of his inventions and his shop and everything that he owns. It's very hard on the kids, so they go through a lot. Until eventually, they find a place called Purgatory, where they find a building where all the ghosts lay to go to the afterlife. When they find out their grandfather didn't cross over, it's their mission to find out what happened to him. And there's also this other guy called Zachariah Cole, who is the villain of the story, who turns out was evil. Legend has it that he was sick with fire, and he burned down his wife's house. And now he's out for revenge on the whole town. And because of that, he steals souls from everybody. this story is rather interesting. It keeps you on edge. It's definitely keeps you interested in everything. The only thing I could say about this is that it drags a lot in the story. I wish there was more to it than what it was. Not only that, but there are these 3 ghosts that help the kids out throughout the entire movie, which are Jumpa, this soldier guy, who kind of looks a lot like Funky Phantom, doesn't he? Yeah. And then there's this bride ghost girl. Now, these guys don't really do much to the movie all too much, but they help out. And it seems they're leaning towards like a Scream team together, but I was really hoping they would become a team together and to help lost souls that couldn't find their way across over. But it didn't really happen that way, which is very weird. But anyway, these characters kind of evolve into characters that try to help the kids out. Even though they're scared at first, they don't try desperately. But at the same time, there could have been more to these guys, into a crew that could have changed the world around a little bit. And a hint on the movie called Scream Team. I'm not really sure the movie's called Scream Team if there's no Scream Team in particular. I don't really know, to be honest. The animation. The animation is, well, there's not really animation to tell. There is effects within this. I would say it's very outdated for what it is. I guess Disney didn't have a budget for it, so I guess in a way it kind of looks very noticeable. I have to say, Casper's probably way better effects to watch than this. Personally, it looks crappy to me. The characters. The characters are all fine in their new way. I just wish they had more to work with in this movie. There was not much to tell or much to say. They're all very good, but they're all in a story that doesn't really match up pretty well. Sadly to say. Overall, Scream Team is somewhat of a okay movie to me. It wasn't really that good. It wasn't that fun either. It was just somewhere in the middle, where I enjoyed some things in it, but at the same time, it felt like there was not much to it. To me, I think there should have been more to the movie. Don't you think, guys? Yeah. In the end, there were a lot of things that should have been made. So, I like to say, there should have been more to the story. Maybe a little bit more exciting stuff. They had some great ideas in mind, but the way they did it was not so great. It was kind of a half-baked product. Half-baked story, really. Wish they could have done more with the story a little bit more. That's all I could ask. But it just feels empty inside, not knowing what could have been. And now that we've talked about it overall, I want to get into spoiler territory about everything we think. If you guys don't want to hear spoilers, you can stop right here at this video and come back to us later. Anyway, it turns out that Zachariah Cole is not a villain. He is actually a good guy. Misunderstood, you could say. He was actually his wife died of a natural accident. And the whole time, he was trying to get back into town because he was misunderstood. So, in a way, he was an inventor, just like the grandfather, a surprising good person. He was trying to help these souls to show that they were all good in some way, but in the end he took it on revenge and hit. Eventually, Claire, the one main character, showed him this, and he went back home to his wife, in the end, in purgatory. This story is a lot like Coco or Soul in the way, but in a way it has its own feel to it. Well, at least it has that in mind. As a movie, and the twist that came with it, is interesting enough, but didn't leave up to the imagination at all in the end. So, much as I liked the story twist in the end, it just didn't hold up very nicely for us. For us, we would give this movie a I would say a 6 out of 10. I'm sorry to say this, but we just didn't really enjoy this movie all too much. We thought it was just okay. Not great, not spectacular. I'm sorry to say, for people who love this movie, we just didn't get it. if you guys want to, tell us what you thought about the movie, tell us in the comments below, because we just don't get it. Yeah, we don't really understand. We just don't think the story is that, exciting. We thought it was, going in some of a direction, had great ideas and stuff. It just felt not so great. I just felt there could have been more to the story, we feel. So it was like a half-baked product, like we said before. So, don't take this in the wrong way, guys. But if you love this movie, tell us in the comments below what you thought about it. And tell us how we could have, changed our minds about it. But don't take it too far. Our opinions are opinions. So we'll see you next time. Bye. And next year, get ready to vote for Christmas movies. Yeah. And, get ready to see the King of Cartoons while I get back into my normal costume and get ready for Terror Zone once again. Yep. Thank you for helping us today, Red, and thanks for your wonderful help for making me come to life. These costumes were great. Next year, we'll see what happens. Bye.